UAE Red Crescent to send emergency relief aid to the Horn of Africa. Historic 2000th Test match at Lord's underway. And heat wave leaves 24 dead in the US. This is 7National News. In our top story this evening, the UAE is to rush emergency relief aid to the Horn of Africa as per the directives of President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan to provide urgent humanitarian assistance to those affected by continuing drought in the peninsula. The UAE Red Crescent has completed preparations to begin urgent relief operations to help victims of the disaster. The worst drought in 60 years threatens millions of lives in parts of Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia and Uganda. The Red Crescent Authority's relief program comes as per the directives from President Sheikh Khalifa and Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. The relief operations will be followed up by His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Zayed Al Nahyan, ruler's representative in the Western region and chairman of the RCA. A total of 26 men and women have been caught begging by Dubai police since the launch of a campaign 2 weeks ago to combat the problem in the emirate, especially over the month of Ramadan. Colonel Mohammed Rashid Abdullah Al-Muhaidi, the Director of Tourism Security, said most of the beggars were caught outside of mosques and near cooperative societies and petrol stations. Al-Muhaidi told 7National News earlier this week that Dubai police aim to bring down the number from around 200 arrested in 2010, of which 90% were from Africa, Asian and some Arab countries. He added that the figure is in stark comparison to the 600 who were arrested in 2009. Children across the UAE expressed their appreciation of Abu Dhabi's achievement in technology advancement through art. The art competition Car-denas, meaning a nation's pride in the sky, showcases Yahsat's vision through the eyes of the youth, commemorating the launch of the region's first multi-purpose satellite. According to Yahsat officials, the combined response and talent is evidence of a bright future heading towards the right direction.
An impressive collection of artworks by school children from age 6 to 18 years is now available for public viewing at the Souk in Central Market, Abu Dhabi. These belong to the Kamarna Fakarna art competition. Translated to Pride in the Sky in English, it revolves around the UAE's most recent achievement, the launch of Yahsat, its first multi-purpose satellite.
Judging by some of the artwork, I've seen some of the kids actually have a space shuttle landing on the moon, and they have like an Emirati astronaut landing on the moon. I believe that's a very great thing that they see that we're heading into that direction. We're leading in a lot of parts into technology nowadays. We have so many satellite communications, and just being in this field, I believe we're heading in the very right direction. And it's very encouraging to see the kids actually imagine such a future for us.
Each artwork reflects the young artists' appreciation of the UAE's advancement and their hopes for the future. It is interesting to note the varying styles each of them used, including Cubism. Many of the participants also incorporated the country's rich past and highlighted its important influence on the future's progress, a message the visitors and art experts did not miss.
I love the piece by Madison made out of mustard seeds. I think it's a great piece because when you read what it's about, she's connecting to the ancient history of this region. And Yahsat and the satellite, it's going forward but not forgetting your heritage and your past. So it's a really beautiful idea. And the medium, mustard seeds, that's very different.
Just to see things like, I think there's a piece there that's with, it's been influenced by Picasso, which is just great in kids so young to have such an understanding. But yeah, they really seem to have kind of caught onto the idea of this being a key step in the nation's kind of development as well. There's a lot of imagery that kind of looks to the nation's past and the present, and then kind of shows the the way that technology here has really advanced with this satellite launch being the kind of the new pinnacle.
Some of the artists and their families were present on opening day, including 11-year-olds Madison and Mohammed. They expressed their pride and gratitude for the opportunity to take part in the UAE's development through their own special way.
I drew steps of launching the rocket and then changing in the space to satellite. I did a woman wearing a hijab because it relates to the UAE culture. I did it out of black mustard seeds, and I think it will stand out from all the others.
It's fabulous that she got out and got her artwork on display, and it's great because doing this she's learned even more about the culture than she knew before.
The artworks will be on display until the 27th of July and judged by leading Emirati artists. 2 winners selected from each category divided between the 6 to 12 years and 13 to 18 years will receive an iPad respectively. After the exhibit, the art pieces will be transferred to and displayed at Yasat's Operations Center. Khadija Sali, 7National News.
Dubai-based Dr. Hussein, the CEO of the Fatima Healthcare Group, is donating 14 dialysis machines to government hospitals to help kidney failure patients in his hometown of Kerala. The machines will be set up around 14 districts of Kerala, free of charge for the poor. The units, costing 819,288 dirhams, are part of a charity project run by the doctor to help the growing number of kidney failure patients, which currently stands at around 20 million, of which only 400,000 are given daily dialysis. Dr. Hussein says that there are only 900 kidney disorder specialists in the country. He is currently urging social groups and the government to join the awareness campaign.
The number of people come to me, or the number of social organizations come to me and ask for support for the kidney dialysis, kidney transplantation, all that, which is increasing day by day. We are organizing an NGO where each hospital will have the NGOs, and they will be coordinating with the superintendent of the hospital and making sure these machines, not only the one which I donated, but also will be another invitation will be there, or another supporting big organizations, individuals, charity organizations can be a part of this.
In a move to foster appreciation of Islamic heritage, literature and art, a leading calligrapher under the Dubai Culture and Arts Authority has been teaching locals the technique behind Islamic calligraphy. People gathered to refine their skills of Islamic calligraphy at a public library on Wednesday evening. Calligraphy, or more commonly known as Arabic calligraphy, is an art form based on the Arabic script. During the workshop, which is being conducted by a leading UAE calligrapher, participants were educated on the artistic practice. According to experts, a solid foundation of the written word is crucial before a person can adopt calligraphy to visual or graphic forms.
Other side of technology, people start to use less handwriting, and our courses that we're trying to focus is to improve the handwriting, to show the beauty of Arabic calligraphy and how they can use it in really, in their daily life.
So, in this line, without this, in this line, for example, Al-Imarat, it will come in Alif, Lam Alif, it will come Alif. Lam Alif, this is hand for Dalla. The second thing is the top for the Dalla, they put Ta. Why? Because it looks, it is going very near to make it design, Dalla design.
Looking to news abroad now, a heat wave baking the central and southern portion of the United States was blamed on Wednesday for at least 22 deaths this week, as forecasters warned that abnormally hot weather could last into August as it moves east. The National Weather Service said 141 million people in more than 24 states were under a heat advisory or warning because of the soaring temperatures, the most recent in a series of heat waves that have scorched the country's midsection since late May. The high heat and humidity have been stressing US crops, particularly corn, which is now in a key growth stage when heat and moisture can cut final yields. The prolonged brutal heat was also endangering livestock. Up to 1,500 cattle have died in South Dakota. Dairy farmers are also blaming the heat for a drop in milk production. Mexico's southern state of Oaxaca was feeling the effects of Hurricane Dora on Wednesday as it strengthened to a Category 4 storm in the Pacific Ocean. Dora churned 350 kilometers south of the western port city of Car-denas, with winds of 150 miles per hour, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center. Car-denas, a major shipping port, was closed as waves and strong winds lashed the coastline. Meanwhile, more than 200 fishermen in the community of Playa Vicente were suffering as ongoing flooding destroyed at least 30 of their homes and buildings. Mexico has no major oil installations on the Pacific coast, but sugar and coffee growing cropland in southern states could be soaked. Up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.